come to an end or not. He said after the game he wasn't sure what the future holds, which I agree is probably the truth. His contract situation, he's truly a free agent. We don't know what's going to happen with Austin Reeves. Retirement's on the table, the draft, free agency, etc. As we know, for the here and now, Luka was not able to play in this postseason for the Lakers due to an injury. He will be back next season. But he was also asked what his thoughts are on the future of the Lakers. Here's LeBron and Luka on the future.
I don't know what the future holds for me, obviously, as it stands right now tonight. I got a lot of time. I'll sit back, like I think I said it last year after we lost, I think, to Minnesota, to go back and recalibrate with my family and talk with them and spend some time with them. And then when the time comes, I obviously, you guys know what I decide to do.
Luka, when you signed your extension last summer, you helped to recruit Marcus and DA. Will you be trying to make sure you recruit LeBron, Austin, DA, and Marcus again this summer?
We'll see. Can't tell you nothing.
All right, well, he might not be able to tell us, but maybe we could predict a little bit. Cameron, you first here. Do you think Luka should want LeBron James back on the Lakers?
Yeah, if I'm Luka, I want LeBron James back. Stephen A. wants LeBron James in New York all of a sudden. he wants him to be a Knick. You want LeBron James back. Listen, if Luka's just being politically correct, if you think about this coming into this season, we're talking about potentially, even though we know Houston didn't have a point guard, we're talking about Houston supposed to be ahead of the Lakers. We're talking about Denver. The Lakers finished after All-Star break 20-8. They were on a 9-game winning streak and went from the 6th seed to the 3rd seed, with LeBron James being the 3rd option. If I'm Luka, yes, I want LeBron back. We definitely don't know what the roster is going to look like next year for the Lakers, and that's the best player on the Lakers outside of Luka Doncic at the particular moment. You could say Austin Reeves if you want to have that argument, but we see what LeBron did when you want to, you going to say something? Pardon me. You could see what LeBron James did when he needed to play the number 1 option again. So if I'm Luka, absolutely I want LeBron James back, especially not knowing who you're going to get in the offseason. Absolutely.
Cam, I'm with you 100 on this. And just let me pose this. I want LeBron back before I want Austin Reeves back. I'll say it. I'm a big proponent of, look, you have to build and construct a team around Luka for the future of this, while also threading the needle with a guy like LeBron James, who's going to be going into that next iteration of his career at 42, but still incredible minutes, giving you points, rebounds, and assists per game, right? But there are times when I saw this multiple times throughout this series, because AR has had a couple of good games offensively. But do you know, when you watch games, you start breaking this stuff down, he gets targeted every damn possession. Like, Mitchell was going at him every possession. And if you think about bringing Luka back on the court, Luka is prolific offensively. So prolific that it makes you gloss over what he does defensively. So now what you're saying is you're going to invest heavy dollars into 2 players that are good offensively, but then you have to look over them both defensively? Now, I'm not saying that LeBron James is a stellar defender, because there's times with his size and his age that you could tell he can't be involved in every play. But due to his size and his frame, you can hide him in certain spots, and he could play bigs. You can use him as Swiss Army knife, and still his court, look, his game may have changed, but his leadership never changed either. And I think that continuity, Stephen A., that's important for Luka to have around. I don't care what nobody says. We've had this conversation so many times about it takes a minute to learn how to lead. Luka is a dynamic player, one of the best players we have in the game of basketball. Leadership-wise, though, I still think he's middle of the pack. And I think having LeBron James around for that next continued development of Luka is the most important thing for the franchise to continue to build that responsibility and accountability for Luka moving into the future of where the Lakers want to be. I think it's imperative to have.
I don't disagree with you. I just think your answer is not complete from the standpoint that when we look at Luka, Luka is the future of the franchise. They've said it, they feel it, they exude it, and he receives it with a smile on his face. Why are you smiling when your behind ain't ready for the playoffs because of injury? But it beats me. But that is what it is. We have to understand this about Luka. Luka is great offensively. Luka is every bit much of a reliability damn near as Austin Reeves, Jay. We can't ignore that. And so when you combine that with the fact that you're deficient defensively, you can't be trusted to maintain your health. Remember, you were shipped out of Dallas, as bad of a mistake as that was, by Nico Harrison, who, by the way, outside of that was doing a damn good job in Dallas until he made that damn catastrophic move. The fact of the matter is that you were shipped out because they didn't believe that you were worth the $300+ million investment strictly due to your health, your commitment to being healthy. We made a very big deal about Luka coming into this season and how, in the off season, he looked like he had slimmed down, he was in shape, whatever. And give credit where credit is due. The brother went through a stretch where he was averaging 40. We get that part. But still in all, when the rubber meets the road, when you got cats, and this is what we ignore. When did Luka get hurt? Lakers were on like a 12-game winning streak. Where'd they go, Jay? They went to Oklahoma City. And Oklahoma City was there waiting, still as the #1 seed in the NBA. And they were like, we really getting tired of all this damn noise y'all been making about this brother. And he got hurt after he had 12 points, and they were down by 25, 30 points, all right? And they were down.
I'm saying it was convenient.
I'm not saying he's faking or anything like that. But, listen, they got in his ass. Yeah. And they let him know, whatever comfort level you've been enduring, this is different level. We're giving you a taste of what's coming in case we see y'all in the playoffs, because Oklahoma City is sitting up there going like this. I don't give a damn whether he there or not. We still sweeping y'all. That was their mentality. And so I'm looking at it from that standpoint, and I'm saying, okay, you're LeBron. It's a Lakers organization that's made it very clear Luka's the future for obvious reasons. They're like, you're the past. Yeah, he could stay, but we damn sure ain't paying him $52 million. These are all the narratives that were put out there by Laker Nation, whether it was the Lakers themselves or somebody else, according to everybody that was covering the team. And so that's the reality of the situation. Did you really go out of your way to make him feel wanted? Now, I interviewed Jenny Buss on my radio show, and she was like, listen, Stephen, we love LeBron. We appreciate LeBron. She said all the right things, and I'm not here to refute anything that she says. What I'm saying, however, is that a legitimate argument can be made that LeBron doesn't necessarily feel wanted and desired by the Lakers. We have to take that into consideration as well. And if you're the Los Angeles Lakers, here's where you're 1,000% right, Jay. You know this better than me. I don't give a damn how good you can score. Austin Reeves averaged 20 in the series, shoot 42% from the field, 30% from three-point range. But here's the deal. Are you worried about the Los Angeles Lakers if there is no LeBron James and you have Luka with Austin Reeves? We know how this works. Yeah, y'all could score. But if y'all can't stop anybody, you're not scaring anybody. That's how that works. You understand? When you look at the greats in the game, what's the ingredient they have? They can bust your living ass on the offensive side of the ball, but defensively, you can't take advantage of them nearly the way they can take advantage of you. Nobody thinks like that when it comes to the thought of being guarded by Luka and Austin Reeves.
So the answer is yes. You think Luka should want LeBron James back next year?
Well, I think he should want LeBron James back, but the real crux is the Lakers got to be aligned with them. Because if you're LeBron James, you've heard a lot of noise over the last year. And there have been indications, look, you could stay, but you could go. This LeBron James we're talking about here. You can't have that kind of damn attitude with him. If you do, I might want to stay in Tinseltown because it's Tinseltown in the Southern California sunshine and all of that. But I damn sure ain't going to be anxious to stay for the organization that has basically said, hey, if you leave, we going to be all right without you. That is where it gets tricky.
New York will openly welcome him.
I want one-word answers because we're going to break. If I had to ask you right now if you think Austin, Luka, and LeBron will all three be together on the Lakers next year, yes or no? No. Cameron?
No.
No. Okay. So change is likely coming to Los Angeles. Coming up here on First Take, the NBA says there will be no more discipline after Wemby was ejected in Game 4. Find out why this ruling was dangerous for the rest of the series when Big Perk joins us next. Plus, the Knicks swept their way to the Eastern Conference Finals. Is Cameron now a believer? Remember last week? He was like, quit singing. They're going to fall. How about now? He'll tell you as First Take rolls along.